I want a moment of silence as I name the list. I list the names of the fallen. Elizabeth Devereaux, Carla Dixon, Jody Garber, Eileen Hutton, really? Mary Ellen Froelich, Susan Duffy, Teresa Lee. This is a partial list of the people that Jack Reacher has slept with. And it's only a partial list, you know, with his dirty blonde hair. Both of you, you could be brothers. And ice blue eyes, women just seem to tumble into bed for you. And it's written that Jack Reacher travels only with a toothbrush and money. Did you ever think about packing a condom, guys? Have you heard of STDs? And you know what they would, if you were women, do you know what we would call them? Exactly. And the thing is that we all are still crazy about bad boys. We all want to fall in bed with you guys, and yet we know it's a bad move because you're gone in, you know, 72 hours or whatever you decide you're going to last with us, and yet we still fall for it every time. Now the thing about Lee is that I keep hearing he's married. I've never met his wife. I think she's a figment, or I think she's a construct to keep all the Reacher creatures away from him and at arm's distance. I also wonder, doesn't Reacher ever feel the need to commit? I mean, what is the psychiatric thing going on? His parents are perfectly lovely people in that fictional world, and yet he cannot commit to anybody. You are the George Clooney of fiction. And even George just fell. But I want to say something nice about, you know, really, it's really hard to roast Lee. I know that we talk a lot about what he eats and what he doesn't eat, but I have some truth here. When my husband first met Lee, he said, he looks like he's a man who would stand in the corner of a bar drinking a martini, and he would only eat the finest of food. Well, Lee and I share a driver when we go to England. His name is Bradley Rose, and that year I think there were many Bradley Roses appearing in fiction across the world, because Bradley, whenever you get in his car, he'd say, "Write me into a book, please." And he always wanted to be the bad guy, so I made him a serial killer. But the thing about Bradley is he tells tales. And I remember he said he was very irritated with Lee one time because Bradley loves to have his steaks, and when he travels with us, he always expects that during the book tour, we will stop in at a nice pub and eat steak. Well, he said, "Do you know what Lee made me eat last time?" They were traveling on the road, and Bradley was looking forward to a steak, and Lee said, "No, I want to have Kentucky Fried Chicken." This is a true story. He ate Kentucky Fried Chicken. Forget the martini, it's not true. But I just want to thank Lee, because he's a generous man, incredibly generous person. And the best thing that ever happened to Lee and to all of us is that you got fired by the BBC. Thank you very much.